Florida Congressman Greg Steube joins us now. Congressman, thanks for being here. And this is a really important topic because you've got awful theater happening in Congress on the one hand, and you've got the delivery of campaign promises that a vast majority of America agrees with, which is get dangerous illegal migrants off the streets. Your thoughts?
Yeah, the majority of America, the mass majority of America, in fact, gave President Trump an edict to get all of these illegal immigrants out of our country. And Dagan, you're right. Where were all these tears of the illegal immigrants murdering American citizens? All of the hundreds of thousands of Americans who have died from fentanyl overdoses, the known terrorists that have come into our country, the rapists, the murderers. Where are the tears for this? This is all theater for them to try to get press for this. If you're a United States Senator, if you want to talk to a secretary, pick up the phone and call her instead of barging into a press conference where you were not invited, they don't know you're going to be there, and forcing yourself towards the podium. Obviously, law enforcement are deemed to protect the secretary and don't know who this guy is, and he's yelling and screaming. So they did absolutely what they were supposed to do. And again, Democrats are making this a political thing to try to score quick points, I guess. But the majority of America thinks it's ridiculous that you're going to lock arms and obstruct justice when you have ICE agents trying to deport criminal illegals in our country.
From my perspective, and I get really angry about it because these Democrats laid the foundation, enabled, allowed the mass invasion of illegal aliens over a 4-year period, stood by and said nothing, and made it when women and girls were being raped and murdered. Robbery, just widespread suffering from coast to coast. So they said nothing. They did nothing. They made excuses and they lied about it. But now they have the audacity to turn themselves into victims. And we have to sit here and watch this just blubbering mess where they cry for themselves. For what? Go to a funeral of somebody who was call up a victim's mother, Congressman.
Yeah, I mean, you're exactly right. And it's just sad that they're playing politics with our national security and the safety and security of the American people. Under Joe Biden's administration, they let in 12 million illegals. Hundreds of thousands of people died from fentanyl overdoses. And finally, under President Trump's leadership, that's not happening anymore. And the American people support what is currently happening in our country. And what's crazy to me is this is the hill they want to die on, that and letting biological men and women's sports and trans stuff and all these other things, that the mass majority of Americans do not support these policies. They want a safe and secure America. They don't want terrorists in our countries. They don't want 50,000 Chinese Communist Party people in our country. They want safety and security. And President Trump tapped right into that, which is why he won the popular vote and he won the Electoral College overwhelmingly.
And I'd add one more issue to that list, and that's prosperity. People want a prosperous America as well. You got the big, beautiful bill, okay? You got the Senate version out now. It's different from the House version, meaningfully enough that I think there's going to be some wrangling going on, Congressman. Everybody wants to know, can you get this thing sorted? Is there enough daylight there between the Senate and the House to get this thing sorted?
Look, I like what they did on SALT. I never supported increasing the cap from 10,000. I'm glad that the Senate brought it back down. I do not support the increase to Joe Biden's IRA, solar and wind and tax credits, those type of things. But the bulk of President Trump's policies that he campaigned on are in that bill, making the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act permanent. If we do not do that, the American people will see in small businesses a 22% increase in taxes. I think for the average family of four, it's like a $3,500 a year increase to an average family of four. We cannot let that happen. We cannot let the largest tax increase on the American people happen, and that is in the bill. So we've got to be able to make those tax cuts permanent. Politically, obviously, whenever they pass the Senate bill, I don't know if the House intends to go to conference with them. I don't know if the Speaker's wanting to just bring the Senate bill straight to the House floor and vote on it. Obviously, there's those moderate Republicans who are not going to like the salt cap going back down to 10,000. So they're going to have to make a decision. Are they going to vote for the largest tax increase on the American people because there's not an increase on salt? So there's a lot to politically have to deal with in the next week or two.
Don't lump in moderate Republicans with these wacko blue state Republicans, Congressman. I'm just kidding. Because it's a very small number of people, and they all are kind of running cover for the kleptocrats who run these horrible states in which we sit, not you, sir. Thank you for being here, Congressman Greg Steube.
Anytime.
Nice to see you.
Thanks, sir. Good to see you.